On December 30, 1911, the establishment of the Knights of Rizal was made possible by the efforts of Colonel Antonio C. Torres, who later became Chief of Police of Manila when he gathered a respectable group of men from various fields to form the organization. Its humble beginning was marked by grandness of vision and expectation. The following year, the Knights of Rizal, cognizant of lack of proper funeral rites offered to the Malay hero, led a procession from her sister's residence in Binondo to Ayuntamiento for a grand wake. And finally, the urn containing his mortal remains was buried at the base of now Rizal Monument. The Knights of Rizal serve as honor guards done with dignified uniform and distinctive regalia. Since then, the Knights of Rizal would take active roles in commemorating the hero's birth and death anniversaries. Prior to the leadership of Supreme Commander Sir Martin P. de Vera, there were only 2 ranks conferred to members. Sir de Vera proposed additional ranks, new uniform, and banner. The Supreme Council approved this proposal. That time, the membership of the order is comprised of crème la crème of the Philippine society. Right after the Second World War, the organization dissipated and its members dispersed. To reorganize and restructure the order, Sir Manuel Lim undertaken efforts to call for a General Assembly. During the assembly, the body elected Sir Manuel Lim as the Supreme Commander of the order. At that time, Sir Lim was the lead prosecutor in the trial of Japanese General Masaharu Homma. With the enactment of Republic Act 646 in 1951, the Knights of Rizal was granted a legislative mandate. This was during the presidency of Elpidio Quirino. This is a milestone attributable to the leadership of Supreme Commander Sir Juan Nakpil. From then on, the Knights of Rizal continues to increase its members, have a wide variety of members from different sectors like in education, judiciary, public service, and the military. The 60s and the 70s proved to be the decades of vigorous campaigns for the order, made the Knights of Rizal more established. Membership grew in numbers and chapters around the world began to increase. From merely 5 local chapters of the order in different countries in the Americas, Europe, Middle East, Asia, and Oceania. After almost a decade of eager lobbying, the Knights of Rizal managed to secure a lot from the government at a token price with the passage of Republic Act 5451 in 1968. The formal turnover was done in 1970 during the time of Sir Claudio Tihanqui as Supreme Commander. The order finally inaugurated its own building in 1981 after nearly a decade of fundraising programs. The KOR leadership continues to build its institutionalized programs, aiming to spread and inculcate Rizalism to all, such as the National Rizal Youth Leadership Institute in 1962, the annual oratorical contest, the search for Jose Rizal Model Students of the Philippines in 1988. For KOR, an active partner of the Philippine government in the celebration and commemoration of different events that highlight Philippines' wonderful culture and history, such as centenary of Rizal's birth in 1961, the centenary of his death in 1966, the centennial of Philippine independence in 1998, and the sesquicentennial celebration of Rizal's birth in 2011. With the Supreme Council at the helm, it also led the commemoration of the centennial of the transfer of Rizal's remains from Binondo going to the Rizal Monument in 2012. The Knights of Rizal Supreme Council officers reenacted the same uniform and acted the first KOR members in escorting Rizal's remains to its final resting place. The Knights of Rizal also promotes cultural heritage and preservation, notably in its firm stance against the construction of the Torre de Manila, dubbed as the photo bomber of the Rizal Monument and Luneta. The order's leadership exhausted all efforts through available legal means to block its construction. Now, under the leadership of Supreme Commander Sir Elayo A. Ibanez, KGCR, and the Supreme Council, The order saw an immense rise in leadership locally and overseas. At the same time, many initiatives were implemented, such as the redevelopment of the KOR handbook, continuous integration of innovations to the annual Enrally, and the order's digital readiness, and the first virtual commemoration of the order. Now, after more than a century of existence, the Knights of Rizal continues to flourish despite challenges and tribulations. More than ever, with the guidance of the Supreme Council, the Knights of Rizal stands firm in its work to spread, promote, and inculcate the life, works, and teachings of Dr. Jose Rizal. Non omnis moriar. Together, may I invite you to sing the KOR hymn.